For over 30 years, the Fishman name has been synonymous with innovation in the music products industry. With over 30 patents, engineer and musician Larry Fishman continues to drive the acoustic amplification market with products and technologies that are the benchmark for live sound. The company's diverse, category-leading product line now includes the TriplePlay wireless guitar controller, which represents the future of MIDI guitar technology. The new Fluence electric guitar pickups are a true game changer, and the acoustic pedals and amplification side just keeps on getting better and better. My name's Steve Fairclough. I'm the European ambassador to Fishman, and over the next few minutes I want to take some time to explain just what our products can do for you and your music. This is the Fishman Loudbox series of acoustic amplifiers. Why do you think they're called Loudbox? The answer is in the name. If you want an acoustic amplifier that sounds terrific, is both compact, lightweight and yet powerful for both instrument and vocal, this is it. Now, these amps are the #1 and 2 selling acoustic amps in the USA. Not by a little bit, but by a country mile. They outsell all the others, and why? Because it's high quality Fishman performance at affordable prices. The Mini is 60 watts and it's very loud, but it's loud without breaking up. You have a phase switch for fighting feedback. You've got auxiliary ins for iPods or backing tracks. Your vocals sound great through it. Go on, ask a singer to sing through it. You have all the control you need to balance your sound, plus some very high quality effects. And finally, if you wanted to go even louder, you have a balanced DI output to the PA. If you want a great acoustic amp that'll allow your guitar to sound great as well as the vocals, look no further than the Loudbox series. The SA220 is a powerful, portable sound system. It's a PA and amp with 220 watts line array. There's no need for a sub, as the speakers are specially designed to enhance bass response. It has 4 inbuilt reverbs, it has phase and notch filters and a comprehensive EQ. It has auxiliary in for backing tracks or CDs, and 2 channels with independent controls. Singer-songwriters, acoustic guitar players, public speakers, you owe it to yourselves to check this out. It even comes with its own stand and carry bag with casters. For years now, acoustic guitar players have had to carry the burden of their instrument around with them. Oh, how we envied the electric boys who just plug into their amps and played, while we struggled with different preamps and DI boxes, separate pedals for EQ, and then more pedals if we wanted some effects. But now, it's all over. We don't have to struggle anymore. The Tone Deck is the acoustic player's dream. The complete performance solution for the acoustic musician. With a high quality preamp, dual effects section, tone controls, a compressor, level booster and a balanced DI, it's got everything you need in one box. Pure analog circuitry. Its analog signal path goes from end to end, from preamp to output, to give acoustic musicians a richer tonal quality. Even the digital effects are mixed in parallel so they don't affect the purity of your acoustic instrument. It has a fully balanced stage DI. Flexible outputs include a 1/4-inch amplifier output and an XLR DI output for the lowest noise possible. Plus the DI features automatic ground lifting and selectable pre-post EQ settings. A discrete Class A preamp. With Fishman you get quality discrete Class A signal conditioning created by the leader in instrument preamp design. The high impedance input is a must for any passive instrument pickup. As an acoustic musician, isn't it time you took control of how you want to sound? This pedal is one of the most misunderstood pedals I've ever known. As guitarists, we expect to plug into pedals and wonderful things happen, like delays and flanges and cool, weird effects. But this pedal isn't about that. Nope, this pedal is for people who are looking to get the best possible sound from their guitar, either in a recording studio or in a live setting. And I know it looks like it'll make your guitar sound like these settings, but that's not what it is. In fact, it's true to say that the only sound that will come out will be the sound of your guitar. But it'll be the sound of your guitar if it were mic'd up in a beautiful recording room with a high quality expensive microphone. That's what this pedal does. In fact, if you own a studio, whether it's Abbey Road or just a project studio in your own home, and you've ever tried to record an acoustic guitar using a microphone and you've struggled, then this is for you. Why is it so difficult to record an acoustic guitar? Well, because every room's different and every microphone's different, and unless you have the funds to stock a selection of decent mics, and I'm talking everything from Schoeps to Neumanns, and have the knowledge and know-how to correctly position the mics, and have a guitarist who'll keep still at the end of all that, and trust me, you'll want this. So what is the Aura process? The good people at Fishman have their own high-quality recording facility in Andover, Massachusetts. It's a great room. They also have a cabinet chock full of great mics. Now, if you record a great guitar in a great room with great mics, you can create a set of data. The Aura process reads the frequency spectrum and phase response from this data, so it knows exactly what a great sounding guitar in a great room with a great mic looks like. It then compares this spectrum to an analysis of the same type of guitar, for example your Dreadnought, but with a signal from the undersaddle pickup, and then maps your guitar's sound as a set of data. And from these two pieces of data, you can then work out the frequency phase adjustment needed to turn the pickup sound into the mic'd up sound. Your sound isn't being sampled or messed with, it's not being digitally reprocessed and fed back out as something different. Rather, it's being shaped by an incredibly accurate 2000 band equalizer. So what goes in is still what comes out, it's just better sounding. The Aura Spectrum is a multi-featured DI box featuring that technology. It has a 3-band active EQ, a 1-knob compressor, automatic feedback suppression, a chromatic tuner, an effects loop, and a balanced XLR DI. And anyone wanting to record an acoustic guitar will take the lead from their instrument and plug into here. Then select which type of guitar category your guitar falls into. If you're in a studio, turn the blend knob on full, and now you have 16 different images of your guitar recorded by 16 different types of high quality, high expensive microphones to choose from. But that's not all. Online there's the image gallery. The image gallery software gives you access to an ever-expanding library of acoustic images from all different instruments using all different mics. You can use the Aura Spectrum's DI to download images for hundreds of instruments, including guitars, dobros, violins, mandolins, bouzouki, ukuleles, cellos, and more. There are even some celebrity images in there. Now, back in the studio, you may not find exactly the sound you're after, and it won't make a cheap $100 guitar sound like a £5,000 Martin or Taylor guitar, but it will give you the sound of that $100 guitar recorded as best as it can possibly be. Finally, for live players, especially the festival circuit, one of these is a must. Again, it may not be exactly your sound, but you will get a great acoustic guitar sound, and believe me, if you're appearing alongside 18 other acts that day, the sound man doesn't have time for all your BS about shimmering transparent highs. You need a guitar to sound as good as it can, either in the studio or on stage. If you run a small studio where time's important, do yourself a big favour and check out one of the Aura pedals from Fishman. TriplePlay is a wireless MIDI controller for guitar that works better than anything else that's gone before. If you've ever dipped a toe in the murky waters of MIDI guitar, you'll remember the horrors of trying to align pickup systems and then fighting with huge latency issues. And then, even if the system worked well, the sounds were, shall we say, not very inspiring. Well, nowadays, with the proliferation of soft samplers like Contact and Sample Tank, the sounds have never been better. Whole orchestras at your fingers, realistic flutes, saxes and horn sections, all there for you to play and control right from your favourite guitar. Trust me, this is so easy. When it comes to setup, if you're the kind of person that doesn't like getting physical with their instruments, with screwdrivers and soldering irons, don't worry. Let me show you the extent of the work you'll have to do. Strap button off, TriplePlay on, strap button back on. That's it. The pickup goes under here with the various supplied bits and pieces. If you take your time, you'll get it perfect. We've provided everything you need to get it dead right. The software is an easy-to-use, intuitive layout that you'll be familiar with in no time. It allows you to change patches, to create zones where different sounds can occur. You can alter the levels, set the pan controls, and get access to the soft synths and samplers for easy editing. So who's it for? Well, let's start with who you might not think it's for. What about the EDM guys, producers and DJs? You don't have to be a fabulous guitar player to get some great usage from this thing, just like you don't have to be a terrific keyboard player to use a MIDI controller. Inputting dirty basses and fat pads is just as instinctive from a guitar as it is from keys. And remember, this is also wireless. You can move about freely. However, if you're a guitar player, you're in for a big shock. Whether you play in a wedding or a function band and want to help out the keyboard player, or whether you play solo and you need some warm strings or harp playing along with you, or whether you just want to control your synths, remember, easy setup, easy removal, no damage to your guitars. It has fast, accurate tracking. It includes a great notation package for transcribing, which includes the ability to create tab on the fly. If you're a teacher, welcome to the 21st century. Instead of keep showing the lick or chord, just play it once and print it out. What if you want to show a band member your new tune? Just play it once and print it out for him. It's great for teachers. This is a superb tool for guitarists. And if you're one of the guys I mentioned at the beginning who've seen it all before and who doubt what I'm saying, please do yourself a favour and one last time just check it out. You'll never be disappointed with MIDI guitar again. The electric guitar pickup has been wound since 1934, with all the problems and inefficiencies that old method brings with it. 80 years later, Fishman have unwound it. Original and totally reimagined, Fishman Fluence pickups are free from the hum, noise and frustrating inductance issues that plague even the most coveted wire-wound pickups, revealing pure, uncorrupted and musical tone. These are a game changer. Let's take the good old USA Strat as an example. It's probably the best selling guitar in the world, and everybody has their own reference point for the sound of the Strat. But the truth is, in my experience, and in the experience of many of those who work in the music instrument industry, not all Strats sound the same. Due to the inconsistencies of pickup manufacture, you can get some which sound a little bit weak or honky, and others that are slightly nasal or bitty. And while most of them are okay, very few have that killer tone we associate with the older pre-CBS guitars so beloved of the vintage market. Well, that's what the Fluence pickups bring to the party. But not just one killer tone. Each Fluence pickup has two voices. The most coveted historical Strat tones, from classic vintage sweetness and clarity to the Texas special muscular overwound punch, both in the same guitar. And with no hum. That dreadful 60 cycle hum's gone. No more having to mark the floor with tape so you know where you can stand. No more dread at the thought of fluorescent lights or the beer pump motors. With a classic humbucker neck pickup, you get the ideal elusive vintage PAF neck humbucker tone with the dynamics and output level you want, as well as a second voice with a clear, airy chime exclusive to Fluence and very, very cool. With a classic humbucker bridge, you get the ideal calibrated vintage PAF bridge humbucker tone at the perfect output level, whilst the second voice gives you the quintessential hot-rodded bridge humbucker tone. And finally, for the rockier guys, the modern humbucker offers a choice of Alnico or ceramic. The Alnico offers two voices, modern active metal, the ideal Alnico sound, full, round and boosted but with unprecedented articulation and dynamics. Crisp, clean and fluid, the clean, crisp neck humbucker tone you've always wanted without the thin, plinky sound you don't. While the ceramic offers a modern active metal voice. The ideal active ceramic humbucker tone, crisp, searing crunch with a tight bass, no mud and a growl, as well as a modern active metal high output with organic, passive ceramic tone, superb distortion characteristics with the Fluence dynamics and response. Finally, all Fluence pickups are active, but they're rechargeable via USB on the optional battery pack, which offers weeks of playing time after only a short time charging. In the case of the single coils, 1 hour's charge will get you almost 200 hours playing time. Fluence. The game has been changed.